Hi, welcome back to Being Human is Fucking Hard. I'm Becca Gerlach, and this is Madeline. Madeline has been an intern here with us and will be transitioning into a therapist role, so we're super excited that she's staying with us here at Being Human Group. Maddie, tell us a bit about you.
Hi everyone. So yeah, as Becca said, I'm currently a student therapist, graduating in 2 weeks, so it's a little
Yay.
crazy right now, but it's good. A little about me. I don't know, I like enjoying my free time, but I also like hanging out with my friends and family. I have a German Shepherd who's 2, and so that's been ruling my life lately. It's like having a child. So, yeah, really into that. I like going and working out, but I also love staying in my bed and watching shows. Um, I'm in book club, so that's been really fun getting
Oh,
to
fun. Yeah.
read different books and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. What led you to wanting to become a social worker?
Yeah, so my undergrad was in psychology. I didn't really have a vision of what I wanted. I just was really interested in high school in those classes.
Hmm.
So, like every other 18-year-old, I went in not knowing what I wanted.
Sure.
And I did all 4 years. My undergrad, so my major was psychology, my minor was criminal justice.
Oh,
Um,
interesting. Okay.
yeah, and so I was just really interested in like human behavior. I worked
Yeah.
in ABA as a tech for a long time. And that's kind of where my background with the kids came into
Hmm.
play. And then just like pursuing what I wanted master's degree wise, um, a lot of my counselors like led me into the social work role because I've
Yeah.
always just been interested in it and just wanting to do the interpersonal work, like working directly with people,
Hmm.
I really love. So they were like, this is the best path, and here you go. So it's kind of landed into my lap that way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How's it been being a student therapist?
Yeah, it's been crazy, but it's good. It's I feel like nobody can ever really prepare you for it, and it's
Yeah.
just something you kind of have to jump into and
Mhm.
learn through your mistakes. But it's been really cool. It's really something that like the biggest thing I'm taking away
Mhm.
from all of this is just like how resilient people are.
Yeah,
I just
for
feel
sure.
like I've learned so much from the people I've worked with and their stories and just like
Mhm.
everything. So it's been really inspiring, honestly.
Yeah,
It's not always butterflies and rainbows, but
sure, sure.
it is really cool. Like people are really cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, people are interesting and,
Hmm.
yeah, it's good to meet people and be with
Hmm.
them and their stuff.
Hmm.
Um, you touched on this a little bit about hobbies and things that you like to do. But what shows are you watching? What are you reading?
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
So a big thing in my house right now is Survivor. Like we
Okay.
are really obsessed with that right now. So
Okay. Okay.
I'm really watching that. Um, other shows like I always just kind of have like New Girl on in the background
Mm-hmm.
or I don't know, like shows like that. I'm kind of
Yeah.
trying to watch the OC, but
Okay.
it's just a slow burn. Um, yeah, the book. So I'm in a book club right now. We're
Mhm.
reading Woman Down by Colleen Hoover.
Okay.
Um, it's kind of like a scary thriller book, and I usually
Yeah.
don't grab those, but it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's going okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite kind of workout or class or stuff on your
Yeah.
own?
Um, so typically I'll do stuff on my own, like
Mhm.
in we have a gym in my basement and I'll just go in there, run or walk or whatever. I love
Yeah.
to walk outside with my dog. He's so high energy, so he needs it like 3 times a day, but don't
Okay.
get to do that a lot. I do go to Pilates with my one friend. We usually do that like Monday morning, so it's a good little routine,
Yeah.
just to start my week out feeling productive.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. What are some ways that you decompress after maybe it's been a harder day, either here or even just in general with school and stuff?
Hmm. Usually I like to like I feel like movement really helps me.
Yeah.
So sometimes like if it's a harder day or if I have a lot of school or I just feel like I've been like sitting a lot or just I don't know, just kind of down, walking on the treadmill, watching my shows or listening
Yeah.
to just like music is really helpful. I've been listening to this podcast um what's it called? Gut Girls or Girls, something like that. I can't remember. And they talk about
Okay.
like just like your health, like physical
Okay.
health,
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. And so that's been like interesting.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know, just like kind of like movement. But obviously some days, I just like to get a sweet treat and
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
go in my bed or
Yeah.
or just
Balance.
kind of
Yeah. Uh-huh.
be alone for a minute in my
Yeah.
thoughts. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's important sometimes to just take a minute by yourself and
Yeah.
yeah,
I
reset a
also think
little.
I also think like the car ride home, if it's like work or
Mm-hmm.
here, I have
Sure.
a little bit of a car ride. So sometimes I'll just like sit in silence and just
Yeah.
like breathe or I don't know, or maybe I'll put on like a happy song or something
Yeah.
just to kind of disassociate a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. We need to
Yeah.
do that in a healthy way for sure.
Yeah.
What kind of clients have you enjoyed working with the best, and who are you looking forward to working with?
Yeah, so it's cool because right now I'm kind of just working with everybody.
Hmm.
So I think that's been so helpful because I've really only had experience working with younger kids,
Yeah.
like kindergarten, lower, younger, like two. So
Mhm.
it's been cool to, and then also in the elementary schools I've had that experience too, but it's been cool to work with older populations
Mhm.
and just like kids my age or I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. So I've really honestly liked like the adolescents and the younger adults the
Hmm.
best.
Hmm.
I also think it's also dependent on my phase of life right now
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Um, and I'm sure they'll switch around. But yeah, I think I'm most excited for like adolescents, younger
Hmm.
like adults,
Hmm.
that kind of age.
Awesome. Cool. What do you look for in your own therapist?
Mm. I think that's so important. I think somebody that's like able to like meet me where I'm at and I don't know, like I like obviously the validation and stuff, but sometimes I need to hear the hard truth. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I need you to put me in my spot because that could be a problem. So yeah, just I don't know. I think that's also hard because I think like when you meet somebody, you kind of just have like a feeling like, oh, I can fit well with this
Yeah,
person, or like, oh, I feel safe here.
yeah,
And it doesn't
for
have
sure.
anything to do necessarily with the person. It's just like what do you need in that moment right now? Or like
Hmm.
how are you kind of like showing up in that room?
Hmm. For sure. Yeah. So for you, it's more of that felt sense and kind of a
Yeah.
almost a gut feeling, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Um, what do you think clients should know about therapy? Maybe they haven't been to therapy before, like kind of first time advice.
Yeah. Um, I think that it's important to know, like, I think going to therapy is a really scary, it can be a scary thing because a lot of
Mhm.
times, like, we're being really vulnerable in this
For
space,
sure.
but I think it's important to know that like the right therapist will meet you where you're at and
Hmm.
they will like make it a safe space for you when you're ready to visit these things. Like it's really important to know that like your safety and your security is like number one priority
Absolutely.
and then like that deeper work can come from that. But yeah, you're not gonna get into it right away.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you get to ease in. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, for sure. What's the hardest part about being human?
Oh gosh. Everything. I think being human is so hard. There's so many, it's just so complex. Like we feel so many emotions all the time and just I don't know, life is crazy. And so I feel like everybody gets knocked down and everybody has problems. But something else that I've learned, like just in my internship here and
Yeah.
working with people, goes on to the fact of like the resilience and just like people are cool in a sense of like you learn how to survive.
Yeah.
So like even if it's not the most productive way, like your brain is really cool in a way of like it's protecting you and you finding these unique ways to kind of
Mhm.
navigate what life is throwing at you.
Mhm.
And so it's like everybody has that skill to survive. And so being able to kind of learn what yours is and maybe changing it and
Mhm.
telling yourself like it's okay, I don't need to do this anymore. Like
Yeah.
I've got this far. Like
Mhm.
I can maybe work in a healthier way
Sure.
is also important.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anything
Yeah.
else you want folks to know about you or about therapy or anything?
Um, I think just like it's okay to not have to figure everything out on your own. Like
Mhm.
everyone struggles. That's life. That's being
Yeah.
a human and it's okay to like get that help because ultimately like you're gonna be able to get through it. Like it's not the therapist isn't the reason why you're gonna heal. Like
Right.
you're your own like agent of change. And so like ultimately you might just need a little assistance in that
Yeah,
process. That's okay.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're meant to be connected with each other, not on our own island. Yeah,
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for doing this with me, Maddie. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk later. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.